Okay, now let us start with the first OT of audit assurance. As you can see, the question from BPP exam kit, uh, BJM, right? So here it is. As you can see, the following scenario relates to to the question from 1 to 5, right? So you are an audit senior, okay? Um, You are an audit senior of YST company and you have worked on the external audit of BJM company on unlisted company. Okay. So unlisted company, since your firm was appointed external auditor 2 years ago, BJM owns a chain of 9 restaurants and is a successful company. BJM always been subject to national hygiene regulation, especially in relation to the food preparation process. Non-compliance can result in a large fine or closure of the restaurant concerned. The board of BJM has recently notified you that the national hygiene regulations have been updated and are now much more stringent and onerous than before. Okay. With this in mind, the board has asked your firm to conduct a review of BGM compliance with hygiene regulations in order to allow the board to assess whether the appropriate uh, process have been implemented at each of the 9 restaurants. The review is not expected to include the provision of accounting advice or to the preparation of figures in the financial statements. The work is likely to be very lucrative. Your firm has sufficient experience to undertake the above review engagement. Okay. Despite running a successful company, BJM board has often needed to be reminded of some fundamental principles, and you have often have to explain key concepts. Which of the following statements best defines external audit? So, external audit is an exercise carried out by auditors in order to give an opinion on whether the financial statement of a company fairly presented. Yes, the first one is the right answer, as the external audit is carried out by external auditors who are independent of the company so that they can provide an independent opinion on whether the company's financial statements are prepared in all material respects in accordance with an applicable financial reporting framework. The principal aim of the audit is not in relation to the control system in place or to identify other areas of deficiency, although deficiencies and recommendations may be suggested by the external auditors as byproduct of the external audit in a report to management at the conclusion of the audit. Let's move to the next question. The board has also struggled to differentiate between its responsibilities and those of the external auditor in circumstances such as the prevention and detection of fraud and error and compliance with regulations. Okay, so which of the following statement best describes YST and company responsibility regarding BGM's compliance with hygiene regulations in line with either 250 revised consideration of laws and regulations in an audit of financial statements? Okay, so YST company and company should actively prevent and detect non-compliance with the regulation. No. YST company should perform specific audit procedures to identify possible non-compliance. Yes, this is the right answer. Okay. So ISA 250 revised distinguishes between regulations which have a direct effect on the financial statements in the sense of directly affecting the determination of balances and those which do not have a direct effect but can still have a material effect such as an operating license. Okay, so the hygiene regulations do not have a direct effect, but they may have a material effect. The external auditor must therefore perform audit procedures to help identify any non-compliances which might have a material effect on the financial statements, that is, any breaches of the hygiene regulations that could result in material fines or restaurant closures. Number three, the partner responsible for the review of hygiene compliances has informed you that the engagement is an assurance engagement. Which of the following would not have been relevant to the partner in forming this opinion? Okay, the existence of a third party relationship? No. The existence of suitable criterion or the determination of materiality is the right answer. So, this review engagement is an example of an assurance engagement. There are five elements, remember, to an assurance engagement: criteria, report, criteria, report, evidence, subject matter, and three party relationship. Okay. Uh, let's move to the next question. The partner responsible for the review engagement has asked you to tell him what level of assurance you believe YST and Co should provide, and also what type of opinion the firm should give. What is the level of assurance and type of opinion that can be provided on this review engagement? Uh, Reasonable positive, no. Reasonable negative, no. Limited positive, no. Limited and negative is the right answer in this case. A review engagement, such as a review compliance with hygiene regulations, is an assurance engagement where the practitioners carried out limited procedures on BGM's internal controls relating to hygiene compliance. As the procedures are limited, the practitioner will gain only enough evidence to provide a negative expression of opinion. This means the practitioner gave assurance that nothing has come to their attention which indicates BJM internal controls relating to hygiene compliance are not in all material respects compliant with national regulation. Okay. Last question for this scenario. The audit engagement partner has told you that the independence threats arising from YST and company performing the review engagement should be monitored carefully. Which of the following is likely to cause the audit engagement partner most concern? Uh, According to ACCA Code of Ethics and Conduct, YST and companies prohibited from providing their assurance services on audit client. No. The review engagement is likely to give right to self-review threat as outcomes of the review could perform the basis of the financial statements which the audit team will audit. No. Uh, the lucrative nature of the review engagement may make the external audit team less inclined to require management to make adjustments or issue to modified audit opinion for fear of losing the review engagement. Yes, this is the right answer in this case. The fee from the review engagement are likely to be very lucrative, so there is a risk that YSTM will not seek adjustments during the external audit process for fear of upsetting the board of BGM and losing the review engagement work in the future. Right, so the provision of non-audit services to be unlisted audit client is not specifically prohibited, while YST and Co should be alert to self-review threats. In this case, it seems unlikely the scenario states the review engagement does not include the provision of accounting advice or the preparation of figures in the financial statement. A firm is not required to turn down work when a 15% limit is exceeded, where fee income from a listed audit line is expected to exceed 15% of the audit firm total fee revenue. This fact should be disclosed to those charged with governance, and separate review may be required. ACCA Code of Ethics and Conduct. However, the 15% fee cap is not a major concern to YST and Co in this instance because they are unlisted, right? So far, so good. And we are done with the first scenario. uh,